Hello Taurus, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So this is a general love reading. It won't be resonating with everybody out there. Just keep that in mind. It's not personal. I am doing personal readings now for those of you that may be interested. You can go to my website and I have express readings. I have I have past life readings as well. So we'll see which is applicable, especially to this reading that we're about to do. The deck that I'm using is Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So this could be somebody who you have been in a relationship with. This could also be simply a situationship. It could also be, it could also be somebody who you simply exchange glances with. And you know that there's something there that is quite unique and special. But nobody's saying anything. Okay, you have two that came out. Oh, wow, there's distance here, Taurus, between the both of you. And it's really, it's not feeling good for this other person. They're not feeling good about this distance. Here we have relationship followed by wisdom, sensuality, laughter, beliefs, energy, hearth and home, boundaries. Then we have illness and wellness, and under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have feelings and emotions. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Taurus, I have thought long and hard about this. Many moons and many nights have gone by. And at night, I lay awake in bed and I think about you and all of the people that surround you and how you make everyone happy and how happy you are with certain connections. I want to be a part of that. I want to be that person that can also make you happy. I feel that a lot has changed in our connection. But the one thing that I've learned from you is that you do have this tender love, this care that you give to all those around you. And I see this now. And I want to have a long-term committed relationship with you. This is who you are, and you do not change and you will not change. And I really do admire that. Now I have become wiser. I have learned from certain things that have happened in the past, learned from things that happened between you and I. And I'm not going to repeat those mistakes. This is why I feel now I have learned my lesson. I am wiser. I'm not the same person that you once knew. I also feel that in this connection, you have been somebody who has been on my mind a lot. It's hard for me to get over this feeling of desire towards you. I do have a lot of desire towards you. You are very sensual. You're very seductive, very alluring, There's so many things about you that are just perfect, I find. Your charm, your beauty, your charisma, your talents, everything. And I also have realized that you are like a best friend to me. You make my heart happy. So many things have happened in this connection where in my heart, whenever I think about you, my heart feels as though a ray of sunshine has just touched it. You are that ray of sunshine. You are that happiness. You make me laugh. You make my heart happy. But even though I consider you to be someone who is very good looking, very much like a friend, like a best friend, even though I want to have a relationship with you long term, I realize that you and I have a lot of our differences. Our beliefs are not in line with each other. They are very much out of sync. The problem here is that I have my own way of thinking. And I know that you have your own way of thinking. We're all different. And I have to accept that. I have to embrace that. Many times I have behaved in a way where you may have wanted something in your way and I've just said yes, just for the sake of it. But the truth is, sometimes I didn't really mean yes. But I did it just to keep the peace. However, how long, Taurus, was I supposed to act? Eventually, one day, things would have changed for me. I changed, I cracked. Everything was not the way I wanted it to be. I was behaving as somebody else, simply because your beliefs are different, your thoughts are different, and I was trying to accommodate you. But the problem here is while I was doing all of that, I lost myself. And I know you lost yourself too, because you were trying to understand my perspective. There has been some ego and pride between our connection when it comes to our beliefs. But ego and pride needs to take a back seat. There is no room for ego and pride when there is a love relationship. Even though I may think differently, our opinions are different, we have so many differences. Even though your lifestyle is different, my thought process, my mindset is different, there still has to be some type of common ground I'm hoping for. Because I am hoping for a relationship with you. And I do feel that in this connection, you have this ability of giving me so much energy. I feel very spiritual, and I feel quite energetic. And I feel like I only get this when I think of you. You are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where home is now. I don't feel comfortable anymore being elsewhere. I don't feel things are right sometimes. There's so much that has happened. And I try to take it easy. I try to just stay calm. And no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I now know that you are that person that can always be there for me. You have always accepted me with open arms, even if I have behaved in a very bad way. You have been that person who has always supported me, shown that guiding light. When I've been cold, you've been that warm blanket for me. Emotionally, I've been distant, and you brought life back into that feeling. That coldness, that distance started to fade away. But right now, because of the beliefs and because of the differences that exist between you and I Boundaries have gone up. These boundaries that exist keep me, keep you at a distance. I no longer am able to be that vulnerable person. I can no longer wish or be with you the way that I want to, even though I'm a bit wiser now. And this makes me very sad. This makes me feel very depressed. There's a lot of hopelessness, fear, anxiety, depression. Something here is holding me down. I'm being weighed down by past memories, trauma, certain things that have happened in this connection. I'm trying to reach above the surface of this water and see your shining face as you are the sunshine in my life, but I'm not able to do that. There are things that are weighing me down below the surface of this water. I also feel, ultimately, that in this connection, the feelings and emotions that I have are true. And they are starting to grow for you. And they grow because I want a relationship with you. This relationship, I'm hoping for it to be long-lasting. I'm hoping it to be something more than just a simple relationship. I want to grow with you. I want to have more abundance with you. I want to have a family with you. All right, Taurus. Interesting. A lot of good cards. However, let's just talk about the beliefs card. So some of you may resonate with this. Beliefs card for me in this deck talks a lot about tradition. So there might be a problem or a disconnect between your lifestyle, their traditions, your rituals, your customs, your religion, your lifestyle, you being maybe very rich, the other person, maybe just struggling with finances. The backgrounds of the families might be different. This could be caste, creed, religion, color, all that kind of stuff. There is something here that is causing a problem. But the worst thing is, it's beyond this person's control. It's actually not this person who has much of the say. There's external parties here that are kind of influencing this person and the outcome of this connection. Let's have a look at the upcoming cards. Hopefully we'll be able to see what it is that caused the problem in the first place. I wonder if it's a bunch of other people. All right, we have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So these are, there's two of them that came out. So these are cards that will indicate, what happened in the first place. What caused this separation. So we have here the Queen of Cups and the Three of Arrows, and then we have Innocence under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So let's have a look at Queen of Cups. These are reversals, so I will be reading the reverse. So this talks about how at some point in time this person was very overwhelmed by their emotions that needed sorting out. They felt that there was a need to take control over their feelings, and there was also disharmonious relationships. Okay. Disharmonious relationships, as I mentioned earlier, could be external people. This person may have had disharmonious relationships with other people because of the connection that they have with you, or their connection is so sour with everybody else that it may have become sour with you. They just got used to being rude. They got used to being distant and cold. They got used to this. Sometimes we are in environments, we don't even realize that those environments are molding us. You know, it's so different. There's so many people out there where the kids grow up and the behaviors that people have in their 20s, it truly does depend on the type of society that you're in. It all depends on society. Some people are very kind, some people are very guarded, right? And that is because of the type of relationships that they've had with other people. So as I mentioned earlier, yes, there's some type of external influence that this person has when it comes to you and this connection and where it's headed. Now, we also have here the Three of Arrows. With the Three of Arrows, this does talk about loss, sorrow, and being overly sensitive. This talks about overindulging in grief for the sake of drama, a slow easing of sorrow. So what happened here is there's overindulging grief. So overindulging in grief. So this person, remember you had the boundaries card. Remember you have the illness wellness card. The boundaries are making this person ill. They're not feeling good about the boundaries. And once again, this is something that has popped up here. Now, it also talks about a sharp pain in the heart, disappointment and the end of a relationship or separation, sorrow that can enlighten or debilitate someone. Time for healing is needed, the need to transform grief into understanding. This is something that this person should have done, but what they're doing now, and for a very long time, they were just overindulging in grief, just for the sake of showing off that, look at how sad I am. But it's not that it's not genuine. They just can't get out of that mindset. They're kind of like stuck in that type of thought process. Now we have innocence. Innocence talks about ignoring their better instinct, cynicism and pessimism, distrust of themselves and distrust of others. So that's one of the key problems here. They don't trust themselves, first of all. And on top of that, they don't really trust anybody else either. So this person does have relationship-related issues, trust-related issues, and the fact that there's separation, it just kind of makes things a bit worse. It really does mean, though, that this person, you know, they wanted and they've tried to do their best in being that special person, wanting to be in your life. But so much has happened in so many ways, on so many levels, that it's hard for this person now to trust anybody or to trust their own judgment. Okay. Let's have a look. I have here the Beginner's Tarot deck. Oh my. Page of Swords. And then you have the Devil card. Yikes. Addiction and obsession. Looking at you from a distance. And of course, healing. Four of Swords. Oh my heavens. Okay, a lot is going on here, Taurus. Beautiful card. Knight of Cups. I'm so happy to see that after all this nonsense. My God, these are really terrible cards. Okay. It's a struggle. It's a quicksand. It's quicksand. Somebody's in quicksand. What I'm seeing is a vision of quicksand and them trying to move their legs, but they're literally stuck. And even if they do, they don't get very far. I'm seeing a vision of quicksand. We have here the Page of Swords. So whatever has happened between you, Taurus, this person truly does feel a lack of confidence. They don't feel confident anymore. They may have been once upon a time. But what they're doing is they are trying to figure you out. They are spying on you. A lot of people say this could be this type of spying, meaning online stalking, having a look at your online social media profile, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, all that kind of stuff. If you don't have an online profile, not everybody does, it simply means that, this person's trying to reflect and trying to see, maybe engaging people that you know, your family, your friends, distant people that maybe you've had an association with, just to see what it is that you're up to. They do not have the guts to approach you. They actually don't. The next card you have is the Devil card. This does talk about a couple of things. First of all, they are definitely afraid of losing you altogether. They don't want to lose you. They want to have you in their life for a very, very long time. The only thing with this card also, it talks about obsession. Even though they're staring at you from a distance, they are obsessing over you from a distance. Thinking about you sexually. This also talks about sexual addictions. This person could be sexually addicted to you specifically and obsessing over you and wanting to be with you in that way. It's a very tempting card. Then we have here the Four of Swords. Now after this inner turmoil, because this is the obsession card, also the Devil card, this inner turmoil is so much. It's so much to handle that this person had to get into the mode and the stage of the Four of Swords to keep quiet, heal, stay by themselves, not deal with anybody, be guarded, healing from a past disappointment. Healing from the Three of Swords. You first had Three of Arrows. That's the same as Three of Swords. This is now the Four of Swords. So this is progression, healing from that time that just happened, that heartbreak. They're trying to heal. And then we do have a positive card. The Eight of Pentacles. I call this more like my love workshop. The Eight of Pentacles does talk about how in this connection there is this determination. And one second, guys. They are determined to make things work in this connection. They are determined to make a strategy, a plan, some type of a scheme where they can maybe bump into you and all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, it's been a while. Meanwhile, the person's been stalking you for a week. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to make some type of a plan where they can hopefully talk to you and make things better. But this is only going to happen, Taurus, after they've healed. They actually genuinely hurt on the inside. They've really been hurting. Now, while this goes on, there's like an underlying factor here with the Nine of Swords. This person wakes up in the middle of the night. Sometimes they might even cry. They have guilty feelings of guilt, worries that keep them awake up at night, psychic disturbances even, attracting a lot of negative energy because of certain things that have happened or certain things that they have done. What I do find, really bad, in this card is that somebody here feels hopeless. And there's a whole lot of regret and guilt. How do I fix this? Oh my goodness, how did this get this far? Right? That's the type of feeling. Are any of these cards super duper good? Honestly, they're just a whole lot of thinking. A whole lot of thinking. But the only action card I do see here is at least the Eight of Pentacles, which is great because that is action to think of how to move this forward. How do we move this forward? What do I do? Now the other really great card, a very unexpected card. It's like sunshine in this cloudy, dark and cloudy, dreary reading. There's a little bit of hope. The Knight of Cups talks about somebody who you had romantic feelings for in the past will be returning back into your life. Slowly, gently, softly, carrying this cup of love, trying not to spill it, doing it in a very subtle kind of way. This is not a king, this is a knight. So this person will be a bit shy, a bit timid. They won't be very aggressive. At least not in the beginning. Hopefully not. But they're coming back very soft and gentle. It's a very sweet energy. It's very soft energy. And, you know, what's interesting about this whole spread is that, you know, look at how negative most of the cards were, right? This is not negative. But then, thank goodness, you have this beautiful card. So, ultimately, Taurus, do I see this person taking action? Only after a very long time. I have to say that. Because healing does take a long time. Healing doesn't come easy. You have to take time out to heal. It's a very, you know, it's mentally draining. And you need to strategize everything. You need to think about everything in regards to the connection. Okay. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. Okay, flipped right up. Ask for help from others. So asking for help from others is not a bad thing. This could be asking for help in regards to advice. You know, what should I do because of such and such situation? Have you been through something like this before? You know, you can ask other people this too. You can do research online as well. Online is also best because that is also from people who are helpful. You will be receiving an opportunity. Wow, they're telling you to let go. So this generally means by letting go, this does mean that the angels are telling you that it's important to let go of certain issues in relation to the beliefs, the problems, the situation, the argument that keeps coming up. However, remember, it's not only you that's supposed to change, it's the other person too. Compromise is what's needed here. Somebody is letting go of something. You're letting go of something. Then you compromise, you meet in the middle, you accommodate each other, and finally you're together. But it's not going to happen unless there's change from both sides. So, all right. So again, this is really interesting. You have here helpful people and ask for help from others. So this is talking about people. There is a need to speak to someone else. This could be a family friend. This could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be a therapist. It could be a relationship coach. It could be anybody. But they're definitely saying don't keep this to yourself. It's important for you to express yourself and talk to somebody about this. This is really nice. You have here a timeline. Oh, this is really nice. You have here within the next few weeks. This could also mean months. So within the next few months, there's going to be a peaceful resolution. Yes, yes. So happy to hear that. There's going to be a peaceful resolution between the both of you. Things that may have seemed a bit off, a bit rough, a bit nasty. they will start to be sorted out. They'll sort themselves out, but it's going to take time. It does say yes, there will be a peaceful resolution. Within the next few weeks or months, it could be. You will receive this opportunity, but only after you start to let go of a few things. Here it does say right now it's not the right time. You may actually have a particular time period in mind. It's not going to work during the time that you think. So it will take a little bit of waiting. If some of you want to wait, you don't have to wait. It is important to do so. That is your reading. It is a very good positive outcome. I do see that here. These messages are from Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. And that's that, Taurus. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with anyone. I also wanted to mention that on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I have put up 2 more videos. One is in regards to dating someone who, a man who is either divorced or is divorcing, who is separated or is already separated, or separating rather. And the other video I have is emotionally unavailable men. So yes, for now I am focusing on for the women. I'm catering to the women right now. But for all of you gentlemen out there, yes, I will also have something for you in regards to the female psyche. So I did also want to mention that I do have open some love readings right now. So I'm still able to do some private readings for you in relation to, you and your person of interest. It is much more in detail, definitely. You'll get a better understanding as to, why this person feels the way that they do. Also, have a look at my website. I do have a few that are open. Not everything's open, but there's a few that I'm still doing. Regarding negative energy, if you feel like there's any negative energy, definitely. I can teach you how to get rid of that. I have packages for that. And of course, for some of you that are unable to let go, it's not easy letting go. You might feel that this is a spiritual connection. And if you have been waiting for not months, but if you've been waiting for years and you have not been able to let this person go from your heart and your mind, most likely it is a spiritual connection. And if you want any type of help or clarity on this, it does provide sometimes a bit of closure for some people. Well, the majority of the people. And it is helpful. This is something that I do. It's a past life reading. So if you are interested, just have a look at the description and I will be able to work on your order when it comes in. All right. You all take care and stay safe. See you guys again. Bye now.